Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Shaedon Sharpe.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. Scoot and Sharpe for the backcourt set. Then it's Denny Avdia. Then there's Klingon. And it's Phillips in at the 4. And for Denver, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Strawther in at the 2-guard spot. Well, Stan, the NBA Cup has been a roaring success. How do you see it evolve through the years now?
Well, I don't know exactly how it'll evolve, but I thought it was a great move by the NBA to give players something to play for before the end of the season.
And this is, of course, a critical game for MP to come through and help his team stay alive in the battle for the NBA Cup. I'm anticipating the intensity to be a little more ramped up in this one.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you can sense that element of urgency. We're going to see players diving for the loose balls, hounding defense, some fast-paced action end-to-end. All eyes, including mine, will be on how MP rises to the occasion.
From deep, Jokic. It's deflected. Here's Klingon. There's the drive.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Champ passes to Anunoby. Sinks it from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now Portland with it. Coming into this, having knocks to win against San Antonio in their last game.
Yeah, they were able to execute offensively in a hostile environment, which led to a lot of high percentage shots.
Well, and it's one thing to get the shots you want. It's another to make them. They've got good scorers on this team.
Here's Sharpe. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Stan, he was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
Here's Champ. Portland with a rebound. And going against Denver, their first meeting on the year.
They'll be looking for payback after grabbing the short straw in the season series last year.
And there's a pick. Three-pointer Sharpe. Fires in the triple. Sharpe's got 7 points in the game.
Well, just a couple of years into the league, but Sharpe has shown he's good from deep.
Here's Strawther. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Jokic. Lets it go from deep. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, when Jokic comes back and hits a 3 like that to erase the 3 on the other end, it's devastating.
Now here's Sharpe. Defense right on him. Let's go with a 3. Gordon pulls it in. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Champ. Sharpe grabs the miss.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Drives to the hoop, and he jams it home with authority.
Well, look, Sharpe has a lightning-quick first step, which makes him tough to handle on drive.
And the power rankings look more concrete every day. Plenty of games behind us here in December. You take a look at the Timberwolves. They've risen to 3rd in the latest power rankings, playing well as of late.
When I look at Denver, they've done a fantastic job of developing team chemistry. Higher on this list than lots of people expected. One of my favorite stories so far.
Pass to Klingon. Henderson outside. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Denver. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
Dialing it in from range on the road is never easy to do, but they pulled it off and played a great game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Well, Henderson utilizes the whole floor. He's just looking for the best shot he can get.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Champ. Jokic with a screen on Henderson. The ball's knocked loose. Avdia passes to Sharp. That one no good. Great D that time from Jokic. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Champ in their last matchup against the Bucks was a man on a mission. He finished with 30 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he could repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Screen by Gordon. Here's Champ. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Outside Sharp. Fires for 3. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Here's Champ. He picked up 30 points in their last win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and how about his assist numbers, too? He was their offense. He was just doing everything out there.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Count the basket. Sharp's got 14 points.
Well, you have to be excited about Sharp's future. He's just a fearless shooter.
Screen by Gordon. Here's Champ. And it's Denver with another.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And Denver will go for a different look here. Brown, he's checked in for Jokic. Holmes comes in for Gordon. Brown's checked in for Anunoby. And it's Ben in for Strother. 1:49 left now in the first quarter. Simons passes to Williams. The 3-ball. And it's Denver with a rebound.
They've been just a little bit better on the glass so far, showing their tremendous work ethic.
Here's Champ. He has 6. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Well, if you went into the lab and created the perfect wing, it might be Desmond Bane, coach.
Well, Brian, this guy's so strong. He can guard bigger guys, and his three-point numbers are crazy. Desmond Bane well over a 40% three-point shooter for his career.
Henderson, the pass to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Well, aside from his athleticism, what makes Williams such a great above-the-rim threat is his incredible 7'6" wingspan.
Pass to Brown. Here's Champ, defended by Henderson. Here's Champ. He's got 10. Soft touch off the glass. Champ's got 12 points.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Simons. Banton pulls it in. Denver in the lead. Here's Champ. He's got 12. It could go. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. It's Denver. They lead by 2. and we'll be back with you shortly. Going with almost an entire new group here. Klingon, he's checked in for Williams. Phillips comes in for Markkanen. Avdia, he's checked in for Sharp. And it's Scoot Henderson in for Simons. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Champ. He's averaging 35.5 a game. Excellent production. Here's the teardrop. The rebound by Phillips.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Strother in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Champ. Pass to Strother. Here's Champ. Gordon outside. 5 to shoot. Screen by Gordon. For 3. And Klingon pulls it down.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space. It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Pass to Champ. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Back to Avdia. Now here's Bane. This one for 3. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now. Champ, good. And it's a 5-point Denver lead.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Pass to Klingon. Henderson for 3. Hits the three-pointer. Henderson's got his second bucket on the night.
Well, we know he can hit those. For Henderson, it's all about becoming more reliable.
Here's Strother. The 3. Portland with a rebound. Klingon's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Henderson. And it's all tied up. Henderson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and it seems like he's getting more comfortable with each bucket.
Well, Stan, perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And Brian, they don't let you forget it. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniform, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Here's Champ. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Gordon with a screen on Henderson. Here's Champ. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Champ's got 20 points.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And here's Henderson. He picked up 15 in their last win against San Antonio. Pass to Avdia. From outside the arc. And Henderson with the basket on the assist by Avdia. Henderson's got 13.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Champ, defended by Henderson. Here's Strother. Three-pointer, no good.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Pass to Champ. Gordon with a screen on Henderson. Here's Champ. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. Denver shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
At the line for two.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Their bench has been strong. Guys coming in, accepting their roles, playing well in the minutes they're getting.
I'll take your word on this one.
And now let's... And that's it for halftime. Thank you.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. On the court right now for Portland. Sharp and Avdia are on the wings. Then there's Klingon, then it's Henderson, and it's Phillips in at the power forward position. Three-pointer Sharp. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 5 rebounds in the game. Champ passes to Gordon. Here's Champ. To the paint. Second shot opportunity. Inside. Jokic drops it in.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Pass to Avdia. Out to the right wing. And here's Sharp. Henderson for 3. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Champ passes to Jokic. Jokic using his size.
Well, when Jokic gets it low, he's so hard to dislodge. You can bump him all you want, but it's usually no use.
And it's Jokic with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. It'll be the second game of 4 straight at home. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Henderson outside. Pass to Phillips. The 3. Henderson with another miss.
Not a great start to the second half. He's 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Avdia outside. Outside Sharp. Here's Henderson. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, tonight we're seeing why Scoot Henderson went 3rd overall in the draft. He possesses serious scoring talent.
Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Henderson for 3. That doesn't go either for Henderson. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this 3rd quarter. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. It's stolen by Henderson. Here's Sharp. Champ with the rebound.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Jokic the screen. Champ passes to Jokic. Here's Champ, defended by Avdia. Shot clock at 3. The 3 ball is good from Jokic.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the... second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Well, the truth is, Stan, you lose a franchise legend like Damian Lillard, it really changes your identity.
Oh, it does, Brian. Their offense ran through Lillard for over a decade. Last year was almost a total reset. Now someone has to step up and be that guy.
Here's Sharp. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
Well, it seems like all of these guys come into the league now with great handles, and Sharp is no exception.
Gordon with a screen on Henderson. Into the lane.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen. He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
Here's Champ. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Brown's checked in for Anunoby. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Portland. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Denver.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
Well, in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
Well, sometimes you got to go in there and play big, and that's what Scoot did.
He gets it in there. Champ's got 32 points in the game.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Henderson, the pass to Markkanen. Henderson with a screen on Gordon. Outside Sharp. The 3 is up. Champ with a rebound. Champ's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Jokic. Here's Champ. He's got 32 points. Buries it from 3. Champ's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Here's Clingan. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Henderson had great vision when he came into the league, and he's continued to build on it.
Gordon with a screen on Henderson. Champ passes to Gordon. Here's Champ, defended by Henderson. Down low from 7 feet. Another shot. Out left to the wing. Here's Brown. And another 3 for Denver.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Blazers trail by 12. Henderson outside. And he cranks it down. He goes right over to Nikola Jokic.
Well, look, if you give Henderson room for liftoff, he's going to jam it all over you.
Here's Champ driving inside, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position. Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Screen by Gordon. Here's Champ. Oh!
Wow!
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? What a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Pass to Williams. Outside Bane. Williams with the screen. Knocked loose. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. And he goes in for the dunk.
I think everyone in here felt that dunk.
No question. That is a power-packed windmill jam. Wow. There's Simons with a 3. Knocks down the long J. Simons has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's a textbook catch and shoot. Simons got his feet lined up and was ready to go.
Pass to Benton. Here's Champ. Now here's Williams. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. And here's Simons outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Simons has got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, you can't write Simons off in the corner just because he's usually a top-of-the-key shooter.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Williams.
You'd like to let the clock run and take...
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Here's Champ, just 3 on the clock. Hits the front of the rim and out. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision.
Both teams making substitutions here. The Nuggets lead by 5. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Then there's Christian Brown, and it's Champ in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Henderson outside. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got a rebound number 12 here already in the game.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Pass to Avdia. Here's Klingon. The short one's on the money.
Well, second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Here's Champ. Here's Brown. 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get one up. Shot from the wing. And again, it's Denver converting.
Well, Jokic often likes to pass from that spot, but he can also hit the jump shot.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And Denver making a change here. Anunoby's checked in. And also a switch here for Portland. Phillips is checked in for Markkanen. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team. He told his players, we are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard, and we will win this game.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Champ. To the inside. Jokic. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
Well, guys, I've been around this game for a long time, and I've never seen someone like Jokic, a giant man with point guard skills.
Henderson for 3. They grab their own miss. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Nuggets. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Here's Champ, guarded by Sharp. And Gordon with the big finish.
He was practically levitating over the floor. Aaron Gordon.
Doesn't believe in soft finishes. The big fella's all about power.
The Nuggets lead by 6. Gordon with a screen on Henderson. Here's Champ. And he lobs it up top. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, Gordon does his job on the screen and gets rewarded with the bucket.
And so Henderson will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Off the mark there with a 3.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
Gordon with a screen on Avdia. Champ passes to Gordon.
Oh, the crazy athleticism of Gordon. It makes him a great option in pick-and-roll action.
Henderson scanning the floor. Yep, that one's good. Henderson's got 5 points now this quarter. 1:33 left in the fourth. Jokic with a screen on Henderson. Out to the wing. And it's Jokic missing. Blazers trail by 8. Puts it up from 17. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, that pull-up jumper is a go-to move for Henderson. A shot he's clearly put some time into.
Gordon with a screen on Henderson. And he drives in. Anunoby for 3. Avdia pulls it in. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting a nice 50% for the game. Here's Henderson. Strother grabs a miss. And the Nuggets shooting 47% since the fourth quarter started. Champ passes to Jokic. Comes up empty down low. So it's Portland now. 6-point game. Sharp goes in. Money.
Well, you could just tell that Sharp was ready to fight for this bucket as much as he needed to.
Champ can't hit. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Klingon. Henderson for 3. The shot no good.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
First free throw is good. And that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line. Converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Count it!
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And so both free throws good. And it's a 6-point ball game. Timeout called. Portland. They trail by 6. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
No good on the quick 3.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. So it's Denver picking up the win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy.